Have you ever wondered what really happens behind the swinging doors of your favourite restaurant? The chaos, the passion, the raw truth that most diners never see. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most brutally honest memoirs ever written about the culinary world. Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential didn't just lift the curtain on restaurant kitchens, it completely shredded it, exposing a world of intense pressure, dark secrets, and unexpected beauty that changed how we think about food forever. This isn't your typical feel-good cooking story. Bourdain takes us on a wild journey through the underbelly of professional kitchens, revealing truths that will make you see every restaurant meal in a completely different light. From his early days as a dishwasher to becoming an executive chef, he holds nothing back about the drugs, the violence, the incredible skill, and the almost military-like brotherhood that exists in professional kitchens. What makes this book absolutely captivating is Bourdain's unflinching honesty about his own demons and the industry's darkest corners, combined with his profound love for the craft of cooking. He shows us that behind every perfectly plated dish is a story of human struggle, creativity, and an almost obsessive dedication to the art of food. By the end of this summary, you'll understand why Kitchen Confidential became a cultural phenomenon, launching Bourdain's career and fundamentally changing how the public views both chefs and restaurants. You'll discover the shocking realities of kitchen life, the valuable lessons about leadership and perseverance, and why this book remains essential reading for anyone interested in food, business, or simply understanding what drives people to excel in the most demanding environments. Kitchen Confidential serves as both memoir and expose, chronicling Anthony Bourdain's transformation from a privileged college dropout into one of New York's most respected executive chefs. Published in 2000, this groundbreaking book emerged from Bourdain's experiences working in various Manhattan restaurants, most notably his tenure at Brasserie Le Halles. The narrative spans roughly 2 decades of Bourdain's life, beginning with his first restaurant job as a dishwasher in Provincetown during the 1970s. He guides readers through his evolution from wide-eyed kitchen novice to battle-hardened chef, documenting his struggles with heroin addiction, his encounters with colourful kitchen characters, and his gradual mastery of classical French cooking techniques. What sets Kitchen Confidential apart from other culinary memoirs is Bourdain's unflinching examination of restaurant culture's darker aspects. He exposes the industry's reliance on undocumented workers, the prevalence of substance abuse, and the almost tribal loyalty that develops among kitchen staff. Yet he balances these revelations with genuine admiration for the skill, creativity, and dedication required to succeed in professional kitchens. The book operates on multiple levels simultaneously. It's a coming-of-age story about finding purpose through work, a behind-the-scenes look at how restaurants actually function, and a love letter to the craft of cooking. Bourdain writes with the perspective of someone who has witnessed both the industry's worst excesses and its most inspiring moments. His writing style combines street-smart observations with literary flair, creating a narrative that feels both accessible and sophisticated. He presents the restaurant world as simultaneously brutal and beautiful, populated by misfits and artists who have found their calling in the intense environment of professional kitchens. The book's impact extended far beyond the culinary world, influencing how the general public perceives restaurants and chefs while launching Bourdain's career as a television personality and cultural commentator. The journey begins with Bourdain's pivotal summer job in Provincetown, where he first experienced the intoxicating chaos of professional kitchen life. This initial exposure to restaurant culture occurred during his college years when he worked as a dishwasher and prep cook. The experience proved transformative, introducing him to a world where social conventions didn't apply and where skill mattered more than background. He describes the kitchen as a refuge for misfits, criminals, and immigrants who found purpose and brotherhood in the demanding environment of food service. Bourdain's descent into heroin addiction represents one of the book's most harrowing sections. He candidly discusses how drug use became normalized in the restaurant industry, serving as both a coping mechanism for the intense pressure and a bonding ritual among staff. His addiction nearly destroyed his career and relationships, leading to missed shifts, erratic behaviour, and the gradual erosion of his professional reputation. The recovery process required not just overcoming physical dependence, but rebuilding his credibility within the tight-knit restaurant community. The author provides detailed insights into kitchen hierarchy and culture, revealing how restaurants operate as quasi-military organizations with strict chains of command. He explains the roles of different positions, from prep cooks to sous chefs, and how each contributes to the restaurant's success. The kitchen emerges as a meritocracy where performance trumps credentials, but also as a place where mistakes can have immediate and serious consequences. Bourdain emphasises the importance of earning respect through competence rather than demanding it through position. His experiences with various mentors and colleagues illuminate the human relationships that sustain restaurant operations. He profiles memorable characters, including skilled line cooks, demanding executive chefs, and the immigrant workers who form the backbone of many kitchens. These relationships often transcended typical workplace dynamics, creating bonds forged through shared struggles and mutual dependence. The multicultural nature of kitchen staff taught him about different culinary traditions and work ethics. Bourdain dedicates significant attention to the business realities of restaurant ownership and management. He exposes the thin profit margins, the constant struggle to maintain quality while controlling costs, and the numerous factors that can make or break a restaurant. His perspective as both employee and eventual chef owner provides unique insights into the challenges facing the industry. He discusses the importance of building relationships with suppliers, managing staff turnover, and maintaining consistency under pressure. The book extensively covers Bourdain's culinary education and development of professional skills. He describes learning classical French techniques, understanding ingredient quality, and developing the speed and precision required for high-volume service. His appreciation for craftsmanship emerges through detailed descriptions of knife work, sauce preparation, and the art of properly seasoning food. He presents cooking as both a technical skill and a creative outlet that demands constant learning and adaptation. Finally, Bourdain reflects on the industry's treatment of workers, particularly undocumented immigrants, who perform much of the physical labour in restaurant kitchens. He argues that these workers deserve recognition and respect for their contributions, while highlighting the exploitation they often face. His observations about racial and economic dynamics within restaurant hierarchies provide social commentary that extends beyond the culinary world. The restaurant industry demands absolute dedication and willingness to sacrifice personal comfort for professional excellence. Bourdain demonstrates that success requires showing up consistently, even when facing personal problems, and maintaining high standards regardless of circumstances. The kitchen environment rewards those who can perform under extreme pressure while maintaining quality and speed. This lesson extends beyond restaurants to any field where reliability and performance matter more than credentials or background. Leadership in high-pressure environments requires earning respect through competence rather than demanding it through authority. Bourdain shows how effective kitchen leaders inspire loyalty by demonstrating skill, making difficult decisions quickly, and protecting their team members. True leadership emerges from understanding each person's strengths and weaknesses while creating an environment where everyone can contribute effectively. The military-like structure of kitchens teaches valuable lessons about clear communication and decisive action. Understanding and respecting diverse perspectives enhances both personal growth and professional effectiveness. Bourdain's experiences with multicultural kitchen staff taught him about different work ethics, culinary traditions, and approaches to problem solving. He learned that effective teamwork requires appreciating what each person brings to the group while finding common ground despite different backgrounds. This lesson applies to any workplace where diverse groups must collaborate effectively. Substance abuse and other destructive behaviours ultimately undermine professional success and personal relationships. Bourdain's candid discussion of his addiction demonstrates how these problems affect not just the individual, but entire teams and businesses. His recovery required acknowledging the problem, seeking help, and rebuilding trust with colleagues and employers. The lesson emphasises that personal problems cannot be separated from professional performance in demanding environments. Quality and consistency matter more than flash or innovation in building sustainable success. Bourdain learned that customers value reliability and expertly prepared basics over constantly changing menus or trendy presentations. This principle applies to any business where reputation depends on consistently meeting or exceeding expectations. The focus on fundamentals rather than gimmicks creates lasting value and customer loyalty. Building genuine relationships with suppliers, staff, and customers creates the foundation for long-term success. Bourdain emphasises how personal connections enable better ingredient sourcing, more effective teamwork, and enhanced customer experiences. These relationships require time, effort, and mutual respect, but provide crucial support during difficult periods. The lesson highlights networking as relationship building rather than self-promotion. The service industry requires understanding that success depends on satisfying customers rather than pursuing personal artistic vision. Bourdain learned to balance creativity with commercial reality, recognizing that restaurants must generate profit to survive. This lesson applies to any business where artistic or creative impulses must be balanced with practical considerations and customer needs. Physical and mental toughness are essential for succeeding in demanding working environments. Bourdain describes the physical demands of kitchen work, including long hours, heat, and repetitive motions, along with the mental pressure of maintaining standards under time constraints. Developing resilience requires gradually building tolerance for discomfort while maintaining focus on objectives. Honest self-assessment and continuous learning enable professional growth and adaptation. Bourdain's willingness to acknowledge his mistakes and learn from more experienced colleagues facilitated his advancement from dishwasher to executive chef. This approach requires setting aside ego and accepting feedback while actively seeking opportunities to improve skills and knowledge. Finally, finding purpose and meaning in work, even in challenging circumstances, provides the motivation necessary for long-term success. Bourdain discovered that the combination of craftsmanship, teamwork, and service to others created deep satisfaction despite the industry's difficulties. This lesson suggests that meaning can be found in any work that involves skill development, collaboration, and contribution to something larger than oneself. Kitchen Confidential endures as a masterpiece because it transcends its specific subject matter to explore universal themes about work, identity, and finding purpose in unexpected places. Bourdain's journey from privileged college student to respected chef demonstrates that transformation is possible through dedication, hard work, and willingness to learn from mistakes. His unflinching honesty about both personal failures and industry problems creates a narrative that feels authentic and relatable. The book's lasting impact stems from its ability to humanize an industry that many people interact with daily but rarely understand. Bourdain shows that behind every restaurant meal are real people with complex stories, dreams and struggles. His portrayal of kitchen staff as skilled professionals rather than anonymous service workers helped elevate public perception of restaurant work while highlighting important social issues. Perhaps most importantly, Kitchen Confidential illustrates that meaningful work can be found in any field that allows for mastery, creativity, and service to others. Bourdain's passion for cooking and respect for his colleagues demonstrates that dignity and purpose exist in work that society often overlooks or undervalues. His story encourages readers to look beyond surface appearances to find the humanity and skill in all forms of honest labour. The book's continued relevance reflects its insights into leadership, teamwork, and perseverance under pressure. These lessons apply far beyond restaurant kitchens to any demanding working environment where success depends on collaboration, quality, and resilience. Bourdain's legacy reminds us that greatness often emerges from the most unlikely places, and that every person's story deserves to be told with honesty, respect, and recognition of their unique contributions to the world.